How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to watch Naruto Shippuden episode 160 and 161. Last episode ended what seems to be Kakashi dying.
Yeah, Tsunade kind of confirmed it. She mentioned that Choji's dad can still be saved, but she did not comment on Kakashi at all. And Kakashi even got to see Obito and Rin, so I am super scared right now. I'm hoping they're gonna pull something out. Somehow he's gonna live.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too.
I just don't want to believe that they killed off one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Come hang out and chat about anime on our Discord, and if you're interested in live reactions, make sure to follow us on Twitch. Both will be linked in the description below.
If you like the full uncut reaction to this Naruto Shippuden video and get a few weeks ahead of the YouTube videos, make sure to check out our Patreon. The link is also down in the description below. Now onto the anime. Ikimashou. Yes! Go back! Go back! Go back!
Uh-oh.
No!
They don't know.
What are you trying to do, Danzo?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you
Yo, Danzo's such a scum.
Okay, whatever. You're not even next in line. They talked about Kakashi getting Hokage before you, Danzo.
He's a bad Hokage.
Are they extracting information?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that is insane.
They're like looking at memories.
That's so cool.
No wonder they say the body of a shinobi has so much information. To stalk the bodies. That was the extra body.
That's the new pain.
The 6. It's just an army of bodies.
They wouldn't know though. They haven't seen that pain.
Oh,
whoa.
Shit, okay.
Damn.
Man, I just saw them as a...
No, they're Anbu.
Yeah.
They're strong. What?
What, a giant lid?
Did they clear that area? They just dropped it.
Hold. No.
It just tanked that.
It tanked it, but it can have its paw cut? What? Nine-tailed fox?
Yeah, maybe it has something to do with that.
It doesn't want him there?
Merge, right?
Yeah.
That means he would kind of be connected spiritually, right?
Amphibian. I'm pretty sure the QB doesn't want him. He sees the nine-tailed fox. It's true! Oh my god, he can't!
How
It's
are
not
they gonna
possible.
do it then? Oh no!
Maybe he needs to just utilize the nine-tailed fox power.
That nervous laughing.
He
though.
doesn't know what to do! Oh my god. It wants the rod.
Oh, he saw in the flashback. He saw in the
connects
guy's
it.
brain.
He's gonna connect it.
He recognizes. His face looks like he does.
Oh
There's another
no.
one watching.
This
Oh no.
is not looking good.
Oh shit, it didn't even slice through.
They're gonna do the same thing again?
Yeah. It's their combo, their team combo.
But it wasn't enough last time. Oh. Oh, it's different this time. Oh! Damn!
Trapped it inside. Oh! Just burning and non-stop. What? That's crazy.
Oh my god.
Just made a gigantic oven.
Well, I wonder if it smells good now.
Is it meat?
Barbecue meat. Really?
Oh.
I don't even know what's
that was
real and fake at this point. Oh,
that
lucky
is such
cat!
a cool. That's such a cool jutsu.
Oh, he buried it.
Torture chamber? What?
Yo!
Oh.
How did he develop this jutsu? Oh, it's a corpse.
It's not alive.
お前の語る痛みなどどれほどのもの真の痛みがお前ごときにわかるはずもない
Oh,
Yo, he's
what?
fucking done.
Inside!
No.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
This is not looking good for them. She looks unstoppable. She's still summoning? Holy crap.
This thing.
It's destroying
There's no Leaf
everything.
Village anymore. Holy crap. What are they gonna do? I guess they confirm now that Pain can just keep using these bodies.
Yeah, they can't do anything about it. Even if they kill all these Pains here, the real one is still nowhere to be in sight.
Yeah. Man. And this is just one of the Pains. Remember when Ino was running away with her dad and Suzune? That Pain still hasn't attacked them yet. We're gonna get to see in these episodes just every single Pain battling different people.
And wrecking all of them.
Yeah, pretty much. Do you think Naruto's gonna figure some kind of way to merge with the Great Sage?
That's what I'm wondering right now. It seems like...
I feel like he's gonna have to somehow use maybe the Nine-Tailed Fox Chakra. But that doesn't make any sense though. Because the whole point of the Sage being on his shoulders is to gather the natural chakra. The nature chakra. So it has nothing to do with the Nine-Tailed Fox.
But maybe he could, like, it could be like the thing I said where it's like, rather than...
He can't even enter Sage mode.
What if he uses Sage mode but with the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra? Is that possible?
He would still need the nature energy. Right? I'm pretty sure. Unless he does something like new completely.
Because we haven't really seen him necessarily use the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra. We just know that it's in him.
Yeah.
Right?
As of now.
Right, yeah. But what if with Sage mode he's able to use a Nine-Tailed Fox chakra? Because before this, he's always been like losing control anytime this Nine-Tailed Fox chakra came out. But maybe with the Sage mode training, it's somehow like the skills transfer over with controlling the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra. Because the way I see it is like, I don't really think he's going to be able to merge. Just because like, I don't see him fighting with a frog on his shoulder. Like... I know like Jiraiya did it, but it was kind of just like a one-time thing. But just imagine like every time for the next 300 episodes, whenever he turns Sage mode on, he's gonna summon a frog for on his shoulder.
How else is he gonna do it?
I know. I'm just saying like I don't really see that happening. That's why I feel like he's gonna do it some other way.
You're saying right now Sage mode could use the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra and control it, but he needs to get into Sage mode first. And the whole point of the toad being on his shoulder is to gather the nature energy while Naruto's running like Jiraiya and enter Sage mode. So,
but if we're talking like the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra, then he doesn't need to gather it. It's already within him.
But how would he enter Sage mode?
No, I'm not saying like Sage mode. It would be like his own version of Sage mode. Like rather than using the nature chakra, it would just be like his Nine-Tailed Fox chakra because it's already within him. That's just how I was thinking. Because
what's the point of Sage mode then? Like
the skills transfer over. Like for example, like
he made something new.
Yeah, like you're drawing something. You know, like your drawing skills would transfer over if you're doing something else. It's not like concretely just for that sole purpose, right? So I feel like whatever he learned trying to master the Sage mode, maybe he could use those exact techniques to use Nine-Tailed Fox chakra. Because I feel like it makes more sense for him to be using Nine-Tailed Fox chakra, but then again, maybe I'm just speculating.
Child of Prophecy, he's mastered Sage mode better than Jiraiya, and he's not gonna use Sage mode.
Well, I don't see how he's gonna be able to.
I think that's why he was the Great Toad was nervously laughing. He was like chuckling. He was like, ha ha ha! Oh shit! What do we do now? Because that's the dilemma now. Because he can't go on his shoulder and merge.
I don't know. The whole reason why I'm like thinking Nine-Tailed Fox is because like he's gonna probably use it eventually, right? Like he has a super crazy power within him.
That's
it's
true.
just a matter of when he's gonna use it. That's why I'm thinking like, oh, is this when it might be happening?
That makes sense. He eventually needs to be able to transform into a Nine-Tailed Fox.
And if you think about it, there's no one that can train him on how to use the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra or master it. Maybe the Jinchuriki, but then they're all dead. Oh yeah, Killer Bee.
We don't know. Maybe this whole point of Killer Bee is to teach Naruto in a later arc how to control it. Because who else he's gonna ask?
Yeah, you're right. Because
they kept him alive. He's so strong. They showed us that he was actually capable of transforming.
You're right. All the other Jinchuriki were just killed off basically. But Killer Bee, for whatever reason, happens to be 8 tails, so just 1 tail away from Naruto, and is able to transform, and seems like he has a pretty good grasp of using his Jinchuriki powers. So maybe that would
we were trying to figure out what was Killer Bee's motive
or like purpose,
right? By escaping. That makes sense. He escapes first. Like anyone would escape first. But now maybe like the makers keeping Killer Bee alive is to have him teach Naruto. But this would be after Pain. So
yeah, maybe that's okay. Yeah, maybe the Sage Mode and that is a different thing then. I was just thinking like, oh, maybe it's a possibility that
eventually it might happen
right now. Yeah, could he use a clone to do that? Does that work?
Have 2 clones on his shoulders?
No. Like him as a clone, he would have a clone that was channeling the chakra nature. There would be 1 clone channeling the nature energy, so it's gathering it, and then once he goes back to his actual body, won't that energy transfer back to his body as well?
Does that work?
Because the experience that you gain from the clone transfer back to your body. So if you have a clone that is gathering the nature energy and then you get rid of that clone, wouldn't that energy transfer back to your own body? And we also have to think like Naruto literally uses Shadow Clone for everything, so I wouldn't be surprised if he used Shadow Clone for this as well. Can Shadow Clones make more Shadow Clones?
Probably not.
No?
I've never seen a Shadow Clone use a Shadow Clone, because they are a Shadow Clone.
But they can do all the other jutsus. Why would they not be able to do a Shadow Clone? They could do every other jutsu. Even the Nine-Tailed Fox chakra transfers over.
I don't know. We have never seen a Shadow Clone do Shadow Clone.
The Shadow Clones can do Rasengan.
Maybe it takes a lot of energy. Maybe it's like a multiplier. Like, first you create Shadow Clone, now if your Shadow Clones create another Shadow Clone, that's like a 4 times.
Yeah, but you transfer it back. You merge back to the main
Maybe
body.
That'll work. We'll have to see if they confirm that Naruto can... The clones, when they gather the nature energy, if it gets absorbed by Naruto, or does it just disappear because it died?
Because my theory of how this could work is like you have 2 clones, so him himself would be fighting, then you have 2 clones, right? 1 clone would be channeling the nature energy, right? Once he's like, oh, okay, I'm like, 50 nature energy points up now, I'm gonna merge back to give it to Naruto, right? Then he merges back, the other clone steps in, makes another clone of itself while he's channeling the nature energy. And they'll just keep doing that as a cycle. Would that work? That's what I'm thinking. It's like when he makes a clone, the chakra is split, right? But if but the clone is undone, does he get that chakra back? I would imagine he does, right? Because then that means otherwise every time he's making shadow clones, all those clones are dying and he's just losing that chakra.
Yeah, isn't that just wasted chakra? I think that's the whole point of it, right?
So the chakra is just gone. Because I remember them saying the chakra is evenly dispersed between all the clones, right? So if you're like... You're just like exponentially losing chakra every time you make a clone.
Yeah, that's why only Naruto's the only one using shadow clones to this scale, because he has so much chakra.
I see.
That would mean Naruto could make 1,000 clones and then undo it and then redo the 1,000 clones just for fun. Like, he's not wasting any energy at all. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
He has to be wasting it. The moment he summons it, it has to be a waste.
You're right. I know, but that's just to do the actual jutsu itself, right? But I don't know.
We'll have to see.
The clone itself would also have chakra, so it's like he used that chakra and then down. Then it's like Shadow Clone is so. Okay, now I get why Shadow Clone is a forbidden jutsu then.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Because they always make the Shadow Clone so effortlessly, so I always assume that it's like not that big of a deal.
But they also make the Shadow Clone just die.
That's what I mean.
As well.
Okay, think about it this way. You're saying that it doesn't transfer back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if, let's say, you're Naruto, okay? You're fighting someone. Would you ever use a Shadow Clone then? Because the chakra has to be evenly dispersed. So that means every time you create one single clone, half your chakra is gone. I feel like that's...
Is that how it works? I don't think that's how it works.
I don't feel... That's how you are saying it works. I'm saying I don't think that's how it works. I think, yes, some chakra is needed to actually make the Shadow Clone, right? But then your chakra is also divided evenly between the clones. And once that clone is undone, you still gain back that chakra that clone had, but you don't get that chakra back that you used to actually summon the Shadow Clone, is how I think it works.
So does he get the chakra back?
Yeah. So let's say it's like a bar. Like you have 100 chakra points, right?
Okay.
And it costs you 20 chakra points to actually do the Shadow Clone jutsu.
Okay.
So now you have 80 chakra points, but since you have another clone, you have to evenly disperse the chakra points between the two clones. So now it's like
40-40?
You and the clone has 40 and 40. But you don't get... But now if that clone dies, you still get back whatever chakra they have.
Do you?
So like, let's say they use like 5 chakra points, right? And now they only have 35. Now if you do the 35 back to you, you only get the 35. So
yeah,
now you don't gain back the 20 you used to actually create the clone.
Okay.
That's how I see it, because you're still losing chakra, a lot of chakra. Because if, for example, Naruto making a lot of clones, right? Then he's still losing a lot of chakra. But it won't be like a ridiculous amount of chakra just to make one Shadow Clone. Because think about how often they use Shadow Clone. And if you're saying that if you're saying that the chakra energy from the clone doesn't go back to the user, then that means like just from one Shadow Clone, you already lost half your chakra. Why would you ever use Shadow Clone?
What if it doesn't use half your chakra?
No, because it's evenly dispersed between your chakras.
Is that to activate it, or is that for the amount of chakra the clone has?
That's what we don't know. That's why I'm saying I think it works is like the amount is how much chakra the clone has.
I think it just shares with the user.
Yeah, so it's like evenly distributed between the clones. I think that's how it works. Because like it doesn't change the fact that if you summon a lot of clones, it'll still take a lot of chakra points. Like let's say it takes... I'm sorry, I'm saying chakra points because I'm like thinking in math now. But
we can't... How are we going to confirm if this is real or not?
We can't. I think it's just me arguing. And I just want to know how chakra works.
This is to bring back you saying how Naruto's going to use these Shadow clones to gather nature energy, which we're going to find out eventually. We'll know the truth.
Okay.
So you don't need to worry about that. Because Naruto has to figure out a way to get into Sage Mode.
I know. I'm just telling you the reason why I believe that could be a possible strategy. Okay, not saying that it is. I'm just saying he could technically do that if my understanding of how chakra works is correct.
Okay.
Oh no, Konohamaru too?
Yo, I can't believe he's actually trying to fight? What, Rasengan?
Taught him a jutsu? That is so cute. That's what he's thinking about.
He's actually gonna teach. What?
What?
Whoa!
What is happening? Okay, calm down. That's Naruto, all right. Just letting, just reminding
I'm
you.
just laughing at Konohamaru. What? Yo, this is what Konohamaru is imagining right now. Is that the main one?
No,
Oh
get right
my
away, please.
god. What? What? How does this work?
How is their tongue even stretching that long?
What? What's the point of that? He took that guy.
it. Oh, it knows who's lying.
Oh.
It takes their tongue. Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Please run.
He made too much noise.
Oh my.
Run.
Oh
my god!
No, I'm still scared though. You can't take pain.
He's an elite ninja warrior, okay? He's gonna show us his
Pain
skills.
is pain.
Oh my god, he's there to save him. He's gonna sacrifice himself.
Please don't. Please don't. No more sacrificing.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's no way Abisu can take pain. Just pretend to be dead, man. Oh my god. He stayed, no way.
Oh
what are you gonna do, boy?
I can't believe this. Dude, Ibisu's probably like freaking out right now.
Oh my god, Naruto.
Oh my god, the music. How is he even dodging him? What? I'm actually impressed.
Konohamaru, goddamn! Even Ebisu took that hit right away. No, 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 no!
Yo, that's gonna kill him.
Oh.
Holy shit.
What?
How did he dodge all that? Will he trip on his scarf? Holy shit, that's so quick.
Oh my god. No.
Oh, what the hell? He just went through it. That tongue thing's gonna come out. What the hell?
It won't take it though. I don't think he actually knows. Come on.
He knows where Naruto is.
What? Naruto taught him a jutsu? But he himself doesn't know that many jutsus.
He taught him Rasengan.
Oh, what?
Oh shit! Yo, he's gonna
Rasengan! Shit!
Oh my god.
Dude, we were not expecting him.
Damn.
Did this boy just take out one of the pains? Fucking Konohamaru! Oh my god!
That was ridiculous.
Damn, Konohamaru! I loved that!
He popped off. Did you see that he had to have two clones? Well, he had another clone using the Rasengan with him. Him smacking him means it actually works. Shaco, like you were saying? Look left and right.
Dude, I swear it's the shadow clones. Remember, that's exactly what Kakashi said to him with the Rasengan as well.
I guess you are right.
I think it is through the clone.
It's through the clone, but I wonder how is he gonna do it? Do you think it's like you said, he just channels it with the clone and then it disappears and it goes back into the original?
I don't know exactly how that's gonna work, but I feel like it's gonna be with a clone. I mean, I already kind of explained to you last episode how I feel like it would work. But he says left and right, so I'm assuming that's just like one more clone. But Konohamaru, what the
He was amazing.
He was insane.
Did he actually take him out?
Rasengan? That's insane.
Yeah, without even Ibisu even knowing.
Exactly.
Is that crazy? I'm surprised Naruto taught him. We didn't even get to see an episode of Naruto teaching him. It's kind of just like an off thing.
I'm so shocked right now, cause for some reason I still see Konohamaru as a child. Like I still see him the way he was in original Naruto. I keep forgetting that he's actually a shinobi now, right? Like he's ranked. It's not just him messing around pretending to be a ninja. Like he's actually a shinobi now. I mean, he's not high rank. I think he's like Genin, but he's shinobi, right? Like he's at the same age that Naruto was when he learned Rasengan. We just like completely dismiss it because we keep thinking that Naruto stayed the same age, but all the characters have grown. So it's insane to see that they all have kind of new skills and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just didn't think it was the Rasengan.
Rotation.
No. Like what before they started explaining what it was.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
I was trying to think like what jutsu would have Naruto taught Konohamaru. Like I didn't even think that Rasengan was a possibility because in my head I was still thinking that Konohamaru was still a kid.
Yeah.
Like that he wasn't at the level yet, but he is at that level, and that they're showing it to us by showing that he also can learn Rasengan.
But I was thinking the same way as you when Naruto was saying he's going to teach him a jutsu. But the moment he said rotation, I'm like, okay, he's going to teach him Rasengan. I don't know how that's possible, but he's going to do it.
Yeah.
I thought it was some super hard, high-level jutsu, and somehow Konohamaru, he mastered it.
Yeah.
He tried hard.
But it makes sense, though, because, like Kakashi said, a lot of people get the Rasengan part. It's just that they don't get anything above that, which is what Naruto got.
Oh, yeah,
right?
you're right.
A lot of the, Jonin, he said? Or, he's Jonin, right? Yeah. So a lot of the Jonin already actually have Rasengan and can use it. It's just that
like level.
they've never been able to go higher than that, which is what Naruto did with the Rasen Shuriken.
Their jutsu equivalent of the Rasengan.
But it's crazy for Konohamaru to be able to do this, because we thought like, yo, only main characters can learn Rasengan at that age, you know what I mean?
That was crazy.
That's just kind of like what I was just under the assumption that only Naruto and Sasuke, as the main characters, they would be able to do crazy jutsus like that at that age. I didn't think that Konohamaru would be able to, right? But this kind of episode kind of proved us wrong that we kind of have like a really big bias on our main characters just because we see them fight. But the other guys are also really strong. Like, look at the crazy jutsus the guys from Anbu are using and everything. Like, we never seen them fight, right? So we kind of disregard their powers.
I just thought of them as filler characters.
Yeah, like we think they're weak just because they're the side characters, just because they're not the main characters. We think they're weak, like they're not getting screen time, you know, these guys are probably weak, but in reality, they are also really strong as well. We just don't see them.
Do you think Konohamaru defeated this pain? I still hard to believe that he took out a pain by himself.
I gotta go back and see what they don't show anything.
They don't show Pain getting up because they just switch out of the scene. Like I could see him screaming that, like I'm a Konohamaru, but we don't see the part where Pain gets up and be like, nice try.
Right. Yeah, maybe I'm too soon to assume that he did that. Because you are right, like Kakashi wasn't even able to kill a Pain.
And just like that, somehow...
And Konohamaru here, with just a Shadow Clone and Rasengan, just killed the Pain.
I'm not saying the Rasengan isn't strong, but
You're
Konohamaru right. took out a Pain.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that a little crazy? I feel like the Pain, took some damage, but he's gonna get back up. And be like, good hit.
Yeah, maybe... Nah, why do you make me have to think logically? Yes, logically that does make more sense. Like, I don't think Konohamaru is at the level to actually defeat a Pain, but God, let me have my moment and believe that the Leaf Village is gonna get some wins out in here.
Because that was my reaction when I saw him hit the Pain, and I was like, oh shit, that's so strong, right? But then there's no way he was gonna KO.
Yeah, now that we're
Pain,
like,
right?
Now that the adrenaline has worn off from the epic music and build-up, we're thinking back on it. We're like, wait a minute, Konohamaru defeating Pain? That sounds ridiculous.
Like some Pains
what are some
absorbed all of it.
instances of people tanking jutsus? It's usually only immortal people that have been able to tank jutsus. No one that's not immortal has not been able to do that, though, right?
Didn't Kabuto get hit by a Rasengan?
No, he just flew out.
Remember when he caught Kabuto's...
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
The same age at that time.
Same
age. He caught Kabuto's hand, kunai. He was like this, and he did a little speech, and then he got a clone to make a Rasengan, and he go boom, blasted. Kabuto friggin' 100 miles away, and somehow Kabuto was still alive. Like, Kabuto's definition of tanking. Remember when, Nine-Tailed Fox formed, Four Tails, hit Kabuto, and then Kabuto's body hit Sakura. Sakura knocked the fuck out, and then Kabuto was still conscious.
Okay, yeah, you're
when he
right.
got up.
You're right, and we're gonna assume here that Pain is a little bit physically stronger.
He
and more
looks physically
capable
stronger than Kabuto.
So
Does that logic work here?
I guess he probably did tank the Rasengan. If Kabuto was able to tank the Rasengan, I'm sure Pain is also able to. And we were talking about how Konohamaru is around that same age.
Right? That was a perfect
Naruto.
example right there.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right. He's totally alive still.
If that Pain is actually dead, I think it's safe to say that this is a plot hole. How did Konohamaru kill him if that Rasengan straight on did not kill Kabuto?
Yeah, I would think so. But I don't think he's dead, to be honest.
We'll see. We'll have to see.
Think about how pathetically... Okay, like, no shade to my boy Konohamaru, alright? I'm really proud of him for, like, mastering that Rasengan. But how pathetic and sad would it be if Pain literally just died to a Genin? Like, I just don't see that happening. I mean, it's not Pain, like, actually Pain, but one of the Pains died to a Genin. That is so sad.
That's very surprising.
That is just so sad. Like, their power difference is insane. For him to actually die to Konohamaru just sounds absurd. Like, I don't see it
That's
happening.
why I was questioning it when he actually landed a hit. I'm like, really? I was like, really? That really took him out?
I don't know. I was trying to think, hopefully, like, oh, you know, like, give some wins for the Leaf Village, take some of them out.
I get what they're doing with this episode to make it seem like Konohamaru grew. You know, he also has the will of fire, and showing off the Rasengan because Naruto's passing things down as well instead of just accepting. But for Konohamaru to defeat a Pain, I don't know. That sounds a little too good to be true.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Especially with the Kabuto reference.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Peace.